here we are, the last day of August.
I know.
It's insane.
It's pretty wild. I think about September is tomorrow, so we're getting into closer to the fall season.
And with it comes rain, right?
Yeah, rain and hopefully some cooler air here eventually.
Awesome.
We do have some rain on radar today, and we also have, of course, a little bit of cloud cover. Now in Oklahoma City, we have plenty of sunshine. The clouds are slowly starting to bubble up. You can see we do have a little bit of a spin over Texas, so some more rain and storms down that way. But, you know, generally things are pretty quiet across Oklahoma right now. We have to zoom in a little bit closer on Action Live. Yeah, you can see those isolated showers and storms now popping up in southwest Oklahoma, right around Altus, just south of Frederick, and everything is moving back to the west. No lightning in the state right now. All of that is just now south of Vernon. But, you know, so far for the month of August, and today's the last day of August, I don't expect any rain here in Oklahoma City, so I think we're going to end up at 2.04, and that puts us at 1.44 below where we should have been. Now, this is our Chickasha camera, part of our Pike Pass SkyCam network. Partly sunny skies here. It's 89 degrees, warming up pretty quickly. An east-southeast wind at 11 miles an hour, but with a dew point of 70, it feels more like 95 degrees. Temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s, pretty much statewide right now, with that easterly wind between about 5 to 15, and that wind's going to stay like that throughout the day. Today, not really relaxing until later tonight, but it's really not all that breezy right now. So we've got the showers and storms over Texas, and that's just going to continue to spin off to the north and west as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon. So it's going to keep a slight chance of rain and storms, very isolated in nature, primarily in far southern Oklahoma. But as we get into tomorrow, we actually have a wave approaching from the north, moisture increasing from the south, and that's going to allow for a much better chance of rain and storms across the state tomorrow. I think the higher chances will be just south and east of Oklahoma City, and also there's a pretty good chance starting early in the morning that we actually have a high chance in the south and west, and really all of southern Oklahoma. Central Oklahoma has a moderate chance of seeing some rain and storms tomorrow. Friday looks dry for most of us, but as we get into Saturday, another wave moves in. It's just a slight chance right now, so I wouldn't worry too much about the OU game at this point. Sunday looks pretty dry, but as we get into next week, it's almost every day that we at least see a slight chance of rain and storms. We're just going to have several waves of energy move through, so the pattern is looking a little bit more unsettled, and that should help to push temperatures back down to a little bit below normal. Today, though, shooting for a high of about 93 degrees. Still looks pretty hot. 95 in Stillwater, 95 in Enid, the upper 80s and low 90s even across the south. But, you know, for this afternoon, just a slight chance of those isolated showers and storms, mainly in southern Oklahoma. I'm taking Oklahoma City out of it. Temperatures tonight drop down into the low to mid 70s for most of us. And then tomorrow, expect to see a little bit more cloud cover. 88 degrees in Oklahoma City, but the low to mid 90s across the north, where the rain chances are going to be really hard to come by. But actually 78 degrees tomorrow in Ardmore. So tomorrow morning, I went ahead and added it. Looks like it may start in southwest Oklahoma, and we could have some strong to low and severe weather during that time as well. Now tomorrow afternoon, everything's eventually going to shift more off to the east, but still keeping a 40% chance in Oklahoma City, and then storms look more likely in the southeast. So with that being said, again, I think it's basically going to be just south of Oklahoma City where we do have that low end threat of seeing some low and severe weather. Again, maybe wind gusts as high as around 60 miles an hour and some small hail. Tomorrow evening, the moderate chance will be in far eastern Oklahoma, with a slight chance still lingering in the northwest. By Friday afternoon, we're back to around 90 degrees, upper 80s, low 90s, pretty much everywhere, but the mid-90s a little hotter in southwest Oklahoma. Friday afternoon, a moderate chance of rain and storms in the far southeast, but only about a 10% chance of an isolated shower here in Oklahoma City. Saturday, the chance does go up a little bit more for rain and storms. As you can see, every day after that, we have a small chance of seeing some rain and storms. So, you know, there's a lot going on. We have football games. We have Labor Day weekend. A lot of people wanting to spend some time outdoors. So the 9-day looks a little intimidating at this point, but I wouldn't cancel anything because, again, the coverage of these storms, it's going to be pretty minimal as we get into the weekend.
All right, it'll be a watch and wait sort of situation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cass.